in the black communities. High diabetes, high blood pressure, all that. So guess what? If the so-called blacks and Hispanics stop suffering from gout, high blood pressure, and diabetes, guess what they do? They take money from the what? Pharmaceutical companies.
That's right.
These hospitals won't be getting paid.
Right.
And just that's one commandment. He said, thou shalt not steal. If we stop stealing, the police would have lesser jobs. The prison system would be full of black communities. The surveillance cameras would be making no money. Look, this police wouldn't be in our neighborhood, have to police us. One commandment. Just one commandment alone in itself. We don't look at the trickle effect of things. But God said we are his chosen people, and we must do these things, bro. You must stop eating pork. All right? You got any questions? Okay, you just listen. All right? What color is Christ? He's black. You know from the Bible? Okay, we're going to show you real quick. Give me Revelation 1.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So revelation means to reveal. The revealing of Jesus Christ. Read on.
Right. Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So Christ's head and hairs were white like wool. So the so-called white Caesar Borgia, son of Pope Alexander IV, he ain't got no white woolly hair. That's strike one.
As white as snow.
Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now, why do you think he said his eyes is a flame of fire, sis? What's your name? IUIC. I'm Israel. All right, so why did you think it said his eyes was a flame of fire? Because everybody be thinking like Cyclops or some imaginary creature or something like that. But we about to show you, because the Bible must be written precept upon precept, line upon line. It's a puzzle. You got to put it together. Read this. Genesis 49:12.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
Why was his eyes red? Why? So when you drink a little wine or something, you get a little tint in your eyes. Christ, give me that in Matthew. Where the apostles, when they seen it, they said, Christ stayed drinking wine. Read on.
The book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 19. The Son of Man.
Who is the Son of Man? Jesus Christ. Read on.
Came eating and drinking.
He said he came eating and drinking.
And they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a wine bibber.
They called Christ a wine bibber.
Bring it out.
Yes, that's why his eyes was red with wine.
Right. Teach.
Come on, go back to Revelation. We about to show you something out here. We out here to teach our people.
That's
we
right.
out here loving our people.
That's
to
right.
uplift our community. We ain't about separation. We're about unity and coming together and building a strong sisterhood and brotherhood.
That's right.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
It said his feet like unto fine brass. What color is brass, CC? Brown. It's brown. It's a color derivative of brown. But he gonna tell you what this brown looking like. Read on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
You burn anything in a furnace, what color does it come out? Black.
That's
Black.
right.
Black. Everything. Read on.
And his voice is the sound of many waters.
He said his voice is the sound of many waters. Meaning what? Christ was very austere. He talked loud. You understand that? All right, give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. Real quick. I'm about to show you something. Because you are special. I want Deuteronomy 7:6 again. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
But thou art a holy people.
You got to understand how heavy this is. The God of the Bible, the God that created the heaven and earth, everything on her, he said, these 12 tribes, UCC, that come from the tribe of Judah, you are you are a holy people.
Teach
You're
us.
separate, all right?
Teach.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto him. God chose you. God chose you. God picked us out of everybody. We come to these jobs and stuff like that. They don't want to give us no job. God said, I don't care about your background. I don't care what you've been through. I chose you. You are my special person. Understand it? Come on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
God chose the nation of Israel to be very special. You above everything on the face of this planet. You hear me? God said you're above everybody. Read on.
Unto himself.
He said unto himself. God said you are unto himself. That's heavy. That's heavy. Because we walk around like and we think we ain't nothing. But God said we are are above everything.
That's right.
That scripture right there, that's for confidence. Right there. You read that to your kids, that's uplifting, that's exhortment.
That's
Read
right.
on.
Above all people.
All people. You above all people. What's going on with you, bro? Come on, come around here, man. We ain't with that foolishness. Yeah, come on, bro. Come around here with all that foolishness, all right? Read on.
That are upon the face of the earth.
So everything that's walking on his face is the earth. You are above all that. Now give me John 14:15. All right?
Teach your people. Bring it out, Op.
John 14:15. I'm about to show you something. CC, I'm about to show you something.
The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
I know you heard that before. So he said, how do you love God from that verse? By keeping his commandments.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes, by keeping his commandments. Hey, Raul, on the flyer we got, I know you probably looking at a number or something. We got a flyer, we got all that. These are 12 tribes on the back of that flyer that you got. School information, 4309 Naomi Drive. All right?
4311.
Same. Oh, that's it over there? Yeah. All right, read it again.
Yeah.
The book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
So he said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Now, it's more than just 10 commandments, right? So we read about the pork, right? Stop eating pork. Is that hard to do? It's not hard. We just have to do it. But guess what? They put pork in a bunch of our communities and they put it at a cheaper price.
Right.
And then guess what? Then we impoverished. We are poor. So guess what? We gonna go buy the pork. You don't have no choice. They put it in front of us. But guess what? There's other alternatives, such as fish. You know, cod, salmon, tilapia, these things, chicken, turkey, beef. No, you good. I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that. Give me Deuteronomy 20. I'm about to show you something. Because just because I love you, you my sister.
That's right.
I'm about to show you something real quick. No, hold that. Get Ezekiel 3. Get Ezekiel 3:17. Hold that. Come on.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman.
So God made, that's why you see us right here on the corner of the edge of the street. He says, son of man. In this context, it's talking about the nation of Israel, the men, the leaders. He says, son of man, I made thee a watchman. We got to be watching for our people.
That's right.
Unto the house of Israel.
See, he made us, did it say everybody? The house of Israel. That's what we out here for. We are watchmen. We got to watch our people. I don't need to be watching these other nations. I need to see what's going on with our people to see the problems so we can fix it and provide the solutions in our communities. What are the solutions that we need to do? The black man need to marry the black woman and take care of his kids.
That's right.
Whether you loved her, whether it was a one-night stand or whatever. If I got you pregnant, you got a kid, we need to become a union and take care of this life.
Right.
Come on.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
God said give you warning. Because why? God is coming to destroy this place with nuclear destruction.
That's right.
So we trying to come out here and save our people. Can we force you? No. All we can do is give you the words of God.
That's
and it's up to you and your spirit to convict yourself and say, guess what? I believe this thing and we're going to keep the commandments. Read on.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
So the wicked, thou shalt surely die. Somebody that's not keeping the commandments.
That's right.
So in this case, we're going to go to one of the commandments. Give me Deuteronomy 22:5. Just because I love you, sis. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Read on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So what's a woman's garment that a man put on? Skirts, dress, tight pants, effeminate. You see that all in our communities. Flaming, you know what it is. Come on.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So he said, those men that do that, they are abomination unto the Lord thy God, right? Now read it again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What pertains to a man that a woman's wear? Hold up. Yeah, get his sister a round of a clap. Get his sister a clap. Now, what was it? What does a woman wear that pertains to a man?
What does a woman?
I mean, what does a woman wear that pertains to a man? Pants. We know this. Pants. You should know this. You're an intelligent sister.
Right.
Pants. You remember back then, grandma and stuff, they wore dresses.
Right.
Then you know the daddy come. I wore the pants of the house, meaning I got the order. Give me Corinthians 11, cause it's an order of things. But guess what? We know that right now in the later days, all these philosophies are on our people and causing them to do this stuff, causing them to wear the short shorts, causing the women to wear pants, causing the men to wear dresses, because these are the temptations. These are the philosophies in the earth. But our people are weak. But guess what? Us as Israelites, when you see these men out here in this purple and gold, we come to uplift our community and strengthen our mindset and cause you to change. Come on.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man is Christ, right? So if you're married, you got a husband, you know his head is Christ. He's following Christ, not the white man, not the African man, not his job. He's following Christ. Read on.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The head of the woman is the man. But guess what? We know in society, it's hard for the black woman to trust the man. It's hard because he's always cheating. He's immature, playing games, sleeping around. We know this. But God said in the order there's Christ, then man, then the woman. Read on.
And the head of Christ is God.
So the head of Christ is God. So the order of things. So when a man wears something, right, such as pants or his article of clothing, the woman is separate. Your whole spirit is a different spirit than a man. A man is a warrior. He has a masculine spirit on him. Right. Give me Romans 7. Romans 7:14. The woman, she has a submissive spirit. Do it mean like slave? No. My wife better be strong, but when it comes to me, she submit. That's it. Just like in the lion, in the animal kingdom. The lioness go hunt the food. You can't be a weak lion to go hunt something. Right. And she bring it to the lion. But guess what? Somebody mess with the lioness, guess what? He's coming out. And he's destroying something with one bite. And that's how it gotta be. Come on.
The book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 14.
I'm about to show you something.
But we know that the law is spiritual.
The laws of God are spiritual. There's a spirit behind the laws of God, right? So if God tells us not to do something and we go against that, it's a spirit of rebellion that comes on us. Right. So you got to understand that. What's that? 1 Samuel 13:23? Is that what I want? Rebellion? Yeah, it's a spirit because God's laws are spiritual. So guess what? If he said the man, don't worry what pertains to a woman. So guess what? When the man puts on tight clothes, it brings on an effeminate nature. It's a spirit of effeminacy. Because guess what? God's laws are spiritual. What's going on, bro? You all right? What's your nationality, bro?
Good. I'm a human being.
You're a human being? That ain't no nationality, brother.
I'm a human being.
That ain't no nationality.
I like what you said about the lioness, go and do everything. If you touch the lioness, the lion will come and get that. I like that. You hear me? You hear me?
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 23. And rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft.
So it says rebellion is a sin of witchcraft. Give me Exodus, what's that, 22:18. It says the rebellion is as a sin as witchcraft, right? So guess what? When we go against God's laws, rebellion, like if you tell your daughter or your son, hey, I need you in the house at 5 o'clock, and they come in at 6, that's rebellion. Right. You're undermining the authority. God is the authority. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 18. Bring it out. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
So guess what? Back in the day, it was a witch, we had to stone them, right? When you rebelled against God's laws, you were stoned. It was punishment. Where you think Esau in the justice system get it from? You break the laws, you get punished. Give me Romans 13. All this is in the Bible. This Bible is for life. Everything. You got, well, guess what? Our people been, I say, brainwashed. We try to brainwash you with the laws of God.
That's right.
Our people, because they say this is a white man's book. A lot of us are uneducated. You know, our grandparents didn't, surpass to a 3rd grade level. They dropped out of school and stuff like that. So we scared of words. Some of us are scared of books. Yeah, we don't understand it. Or we read about, that's a white man book. We can't see out, we don't have no confidence. We suffer from low self-esteem. So when we see in the Bible that something's great, we don't put our image on it. That's what we coming to do. Get this image out of our people's head and put this image in there. Come on.
The book of Romans, chapter 13, and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher power.
So it said, let every soul be subject to the higher power. The higher power is the Most High God. Read on.
For there is no power but of God.
That's what he just said there. Read on.
The powers that be are ordained of God.
The powers that be, right? Louisville Metro Police, the FBI, the government, God ordained them to be right here. Read on.
Whosoever therefore resisted the power, resisted the ordinance of God.
So if you resist the power, which, you know, the police says what? You can't have weed. You can't sell weed. But we do it anyway. You resisting the power of God. Because God put those authorities in place. Why? The only reason the Louisville Metro Police Department is employed because our people aren't sin.
Bring it out.
That's it. If we get up out of sin, they won't have a job. But our people want to say, let's go march, let's protest. No, let's keep the commandments.
That's right.
That's what we need to do.
That's right.
And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
How you going to receive damnation? Because if you resist the laws, you're going to go to jail. You're going to get to prison. You run around like you're going to get a ticket. You go over the speed limit, you get a ticket, you get fined. We can't afford to pay this stuff. We in poverty. But we going to go to some curse. Give me Deuteronomy 28.
He said he already had a game.
Deuteronomy 28.
Teach
Let's show you something. That's what we do. We out here every Saturday. Okay, we on YouTube. All praise to the Most High. So you know Bishop Nathaniel? Okay, all praises, all praises. Yeah, so hey, we look, this our motto. We coming to a hood near you. That's what we doing. Read on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass.
So shall is what, CC? A future or past tense? Future. Future. Read on.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
God said, guess what? This is going to happen. This is Moses talking to the Israelites after we came out of Egypt.
Right.
They sitting us down. He said, hey, bro, look, y'all, if we don't listen to God, this what's going to happen. You know, just like you tell your kid, hey, you be bad in school, you don't get A's to B, I'm whooping your tail, straight up, all right?
To observe to do all his commandments.
To do, see, look, it said to observe to do all his commandments. All right, that's the 10, read on.
And his statutes.
What are those? See, they say, oh, it's the big 10. And his statutes. You got, like, Leviticus 11 and 7 about the pork. That ain't in the 10 commandments. Yeah, it's a statute. Deuteronomy 22 and 5. That ain't in the 10 commandments about the dress code. That ain't in there. Read on.
Now, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God said, if you don't listen to us, these curses gonna come upon you, CC, and overtake you in these last days. Give me Deuteronomy 28:46. I'm gonna show you something.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So it says, and these curses shall be upon thee for a sign. What does a sign do? Yeah, it shows you something. I like you said, because it points you out. I like that. I like that thing. They say it points you out, meaning what? These curses that going to be on this group of people, it's going to point them out in the midst of all these nations. It's going to identify who these people are in the last days. Read on.
And for a wonder.
They wondering why the blacks and Hispanics live in these neighborhoods. Why are houses so close together?
Right.
We don't live like that. That's prison living.
Teach us.
Come on.
And upon thy seed forever.
What's your seed? Your children. Come on.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
So it said we don't serve the Lord our God with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Hold that, get Amos 8 and 5. I'm about to show you something. Because they saying we don't serve him with it. We go around, man, well, I got to keep the commandments. It's hard. It's hard. Marry the man you slept with, had kids with.
That's right.
Marry him. Go out here and walk amongst the nations like, look, we are a powerhouse.
Bring it out.
That's right. The woman cannot surpass the black man.
Right.
We need to get the kingdom together.
That's right.
You know, it takes unity for that. Come on.
The book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Saying, when will the new moon be gone?
So the new moon is one of our celebrations. It's considered as a Sabbath, right? The Sabbath, you can't buy, work, or sell on the Sabbath. They saying, when will the new moon, when will the Sabbath be gone? That I may do what?
That we may sell corn.
You see that though? You see that? They saying, look, we can't buy and sell and work on the Sabbath. But they're like, when does the Sabbath, hey, when is Sabbath over that I can go sell? They trying to hurry up. It's grievous to them. It's a burdensome. So like with a woman, for an example with the woman, right? They saying you gotta wear a dress. Say you come and congregate with us on the Sabbath. You want a dress, right? Soon as you go home, you take the dress off and put on pants.
Right.
We not serving the Lord thy God in joyfulness and gladness of heart.
That's right.
Because if we know that the commandments bring joy and gladness in our heart, don't you want to be happy all the time? I want to be happy 24/7, 365 forever. So guess what?
Right.
I'm going to keep the commandments. Because what we say earlier, the laws of God has a spirit behind them. So when you keep the commandments, the spirit of joy, the spirit of happiness, the spirit of love jumps on you from keeping the commandments of God. Come on.
And the Sabbath that we may set forth, we making the ephah small.
Go back to Deuteronomy 28:47.
Now they will see the treatment of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites.
It's so hard to serve God. And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd. For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.